This is Professor Pete Alexander with the Winning at Business and Life podcast, where business leaders share their insights. It is 6 questions in 7 minutes because successful business leaders are busy and rarely have more time to spare. So let's get to it. Question number one, in a few sentences, please tell me who you are and what you do.
Sounds great. I'm Cory McKane. I'm the CEO and founder of We Strive. I'm from Washington State. Lived in LA for several years. Now I'm living in Austin, and We Strive is a software platform for personal trainers to manage and scale their business.
Well, Corey, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. Question number two, what is something that makes you smile and or laugh about working in your industry?
Smile. I think it's incredible to. I'm obviously providing content for the personal trainers, but then through them, they're providing an amazing experience and sometimes life-changing experiences for their clients. So we don't have I don't allow us to see sacred data. Like I don't want to know what their actual body weight is or what their actual progress photos are because that's like private data. But from our analytics, we can see that they are adding their progress photos and they are adding their body weights, and so we know that journey is occurring through the platform that we've built. So it's a pretty awesome thing that definitely makes me smile every day.
Oh, I love that. And to see all these different people benefiting and improving themselves. So it must be great. I love the passion in your voice about that too.
Absolutely.
Question number three. I have a fictitious book with all the answers for business.
Okay.
What chapter would you think most companies should read?
Let's see. That's a really good question. I mean, there's probably a lot of chapters in there. It's definitely not a short book. I would say preparation and patience. If those are probably two separate chapters with their own chapters within them. But being prepared is I mean, I constantly still am underrating it. It's such an important concept. I mean, whether I'm going into a meeting or I'm building a pitch deck or I'm presenting to someone, whatever I'm doing, I need to be prepared and I need to actually take the time to study for it. And then on top of that, being patient is incredibly important. I feel like it's a huge asset to have as a CEO. If you're able to be patient, you can wait for these updates to come out and you can focus on other things, and it's not going to drown all of your thoughts and not allow you to focus on the rest of the life. So things take time, especially in the development world for apps. And so just be patient.
I love that insight, especially that the patience aspect of it, as you're saying, because it's so often, especially as the CEO, if you don't take the time to focus, that's the high value add that you're providing to the company and to the product or services.
Mhm.
You get distracted. What's going to happen is that then all of a sudden nothing gets done, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Great. Question number four. Other than the generic work harder, have a great attitude, and care for customers, what advice or insight would you give to other business leaders?
It was kind of similar to the last thing you said, but I would say to listen to customers. So not only care about them, but listen to the actual feedback they're giving, and not only listen to it, but actually record it. So whether you own an app or you own like a local supermarket, your customers are constantly going to be giving you feedback. And if you're just kind of like in one ear out the other, you're not going to be able to grow as a business. It's all going to be your ideas. So they're basically a sounding board for, if there's something wrong in your store, they'll be telling you, you can write that down. If there's a problem with my app, they're going to tell me and I can write that down. And so actually listening to what they have to say and putting that into like a form or a format that you can basically use for, making your business better and also making them happier because you're doing what they ask you to do.
Yeah, I think that's really insightful as well, because when you listen to the customers, they're the ones that are actually using it. And you're
Mhm.
right, you can have blinders on and you don't realize, oh, there's something here that they didn't quite understand, or it's missing one core functionality that could really benefit them. So,
Exactly.
it's great advice. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Question number five. What other business leader like yourself would you like to acknowledge and invite to be on my podcast?
Well, I used to have my own entrepreneurship podcast, so I've interviewed so many people, and so it's hard for me to pick one. My good buddy Farhaj, I'd say my good buddy Sam Lilly. He's an entrepreneur in Austin. He runs a company called Vendor. It's a Etsy for local food delivery, and he absolutely just dominates what he does. So I would definitely say Sam.
Oh, that sounds good. I look forward to talking to him. Thank you for that
All
referral.
right.
And our final question, question number six. Please tell me about your first job.
Yeah, so first, besides like Dairy Queen, first job, I worked at a local gym in Wenatchee, Washington, where I'm from. So I worked there for several years, and that really helped me get to the space that I'm in. I mean, I got to see all the personal trainers, what they went through, all the excessive amounts of notepads they would write down. And the only reason I wanted to start my startup in the first place was because I noticed that they had so many of these amazing fitness programs that they had written down, and yet there wasn't any way for them to sell those. They were just kind of like hiding in a book. So I thought, well, I should put this into a platform. So, yeah, I think that my first job is the only my first real job full time for years is the only reason that I'm actually doing what I'm doing today with WeStrive.
Oh, I love that. It's so great that you took that idea that you saw from just being, inefficiencies and stuff, and then being able to make it better for the health and fitness industry. So that's a great story. And
Absolutely
Cory,
appreciate it.
thank you bet, and I thank you so much for being on the show, Cory. How can people find you?
Yes, I mean, I'm personally on Instagram at Cory.mf, and then we strive across the board. We strive app, WESTRIVE app, and Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you want to find us, we're the same URL. And, WeStriveApp.com if you want to check us out. And if you're a personal trainer, we will absolutely help you transform your business. We're a 360 tool, build programs, handle billing, group inbox, client management, everything, all the above. So that's We Strive.
Perfect. This is Professor Pete Alexander with the Winning at Business and Life podcast. Get hundreds of amazing business insights from previous guest episodes on your favorite podcast app. Thanks for listening.